God, hey, shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the whole four elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and pretty much bringing forth the continuation of the lesson we were tapping into earlier this morning before I was going into the plantation. I'm still at the plantation, but I found a moment to sneak away to pretty much wrap up this lesson through the spirit. But I did some looking at the point where we got cut off, and it looks like Esau, this faggot, cut me off right after the video was played. I was making a point, but needless to say, I didn't even get a chance to get into it. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to go into that word, or this meaning of economic exile was what I was going to do. So we can just pick up from there. And again, the video I showed with that faggoty looking Edomite that calls himself having a dream or a vision, really, it was a vision, unbeknownst to him. Because what he saw is what's going to happen in the days to come on a whole nother level, though. It's going to be on steroids, what he was experiencing, all right? Trying to flee the system because he was resisting that MOTB, okay, in the dream. Okay, this is the reality. We're going to become economic exiles is going to transition into this nigga Esau, truly hunting us down, trying to delete us, man. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be dealing with his elect, and the stand is going to be lifted or raised or what have you, okay? Now, real quick, bear with me, Aki Aminakwa. And that video came courtesy of the beloved brother Mike Allah out of LA, if I'm not mistaken. His channel's Inspiration, GMS Inspiration of the Almighty. I caught one of the video by him. And the spirit hit me to actually go into it through the spirit. Well, I'm sorry, the title. The title was generated from him. He brought out a video, not that video. He brought a video out though, and it was talking to economic exile. So I got the title from that beloved brother through the spirit, but I got the video from Arrows of Indignation, is where I got that clip from. All right, but needless to say, let's get this real quick, okay? The quick Google search, nothing special. All right, economic exile meaning, right? And we're gonna make this make sense through the spirit. Right, economic exile refers to a person or company that leaves their home country to avoid paying high taxes. In this case, it's talking to a person, individual. This hour temptation is going to fall upon each and every one of us, man. All right, but the Lord's going to be dealing with his elector. That's the difference. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. Okay, and ultimately, when you look at this thing from a commerce, right, a commerce state of view, on every level, okay, we're going to be what's the word? There's a word for it. There's another word that came to mind. Ostracized. The Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, stage one is being ostracized, becoming economic exiles, right? On every level of commerce, and then ultimately transitioning over to this man hunting our steps, okay? In reference to the vision that you had. And we're going to show you that through the spirit, that's its prophecy, right? Though it can also refer to individuals or business forced to leave due to predatory policies or a hostile economic environment, right? And this is what this is going to become. This system that Esau is trying to bring forth is going to become a hostile economic environment. Okay, he's going to strip you. Madness. He's going to strip you, or us rather, of our ability to buy or sell within his system. Okay, which is going to cancel us out from being able to move and operate and live life. You see, but again, got to make the point. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be dealing with his elect. You see, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is in control of who eats, okay, of who drinks, okay, and of who lives and of who dies, not Esau, okay. But needless to say, right? Let's go to prophecy, man. The Wadi How about Shah for allowing me to get this in real quick through the Spirit. The book of Revelation, real quick, chapter 13, right? And verse 15. And it reads, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Right. He, who's he? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, in the form of the international thinking families, man. All right. They have power to give power, right, to they have power to give life to the image of the beast. And what's that talking to? This whole system you see before you. Okay, this whole system you see before you is the revival of the Western Roman Empire. Okay? From gladiator games to the Senate, right? To the Senate House. Right? You had something in Rome called the Capitoline Hill. All right, now you got Capitol Hill. Right? You got the you had the plebeians and the patricians then. Right? You got the Democrats and Republicans. What else? Hey, the structures you see before you. All right? The way of life. Okay, the philosophies. Hey, this whole system you see before you is a revival of the Western Roman Empire. This is how he was able to give life to the image of the beast. Right? That the image of the beast should both speak. Right? He speaks through his laws, through his rhetoric, and ultimately, hey, this thing's gonna go draconian. It's gonna go draconian, man. This is what we're talking, Draco. Right? It's gonna get. There it goes. Should pop back on. There it goes, bastard. Salaki, Akiyaminakwa. Yeah, the devil don't want this one to come out. But we're going to bring it out. Lord willing. Spiritual demon sayings working on this. See? Hey, we wrestle against principalities, as we're fully aware of, right? Which goes into spirits, man. This is heavy information. This is, if not the most, this is the one of the most important, if not the most important prophecy, man. The reality of not taking this MOTB, Revelations 13:16. Okay? That's why it's not a coincidence, all right, that this faggot took me out earlier, and now the spirit's hopping on the. I mean, it overheated, but there's no such thing as a coincidence, you know. But we got the AC on now. Let's see what this does. Bear with me. That's running. I think I may even move the phone. Let me see. I don't want to blow too much air on that. That should be good. That should be all right. Got the AC on now, blowing on it. It overheated on me. But needless to say, back to what I was saying. Yeah, man. Hey, where Esau's gonna take this thing? Hey, this thing's gonna go draconian. All right, Esau's about to get vicious out here, man. Scriptures tell us he's gonna come out with great wrath, man. I believe we brought that out in the I brought that out earlier this morning as well. Revelations 12:12, man. Esau's gonna get real vicious out here. All right, and it's gonna be the Lord. It's gonna be the spirit of the Lord on him. You see? Ultimately, bear with me, Akiyam and Akwa. All right, let's go back. Let's get back into this real quick. Revelations 13 and 15 from the top. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? And we broke that down, right? That the image of the beast shall both speak, right? And again, he speaks through his laws, man, right? And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted. Okay, and this deletion comes in stages. Okay, let me show you something real quick. When you go to the blue letter real quick, right? Let me see. When you get this word, killed real quick.
Strong's G 615. Apartino. Apartino.
Right. Now it goes into right, to delete in any way, right? To destroy, right? Metaphorically, to extinguish, to abolish, right? To afflict mortal death, right? But when you go into the root, you go into the root of this word, right?
Strong's G 575. Apa. Apa.
Right, apart, right? And it goes into what? Of separation, okay? Of separation. Look, let's get a little more of local separation, um, of separation of apart from a whole of the from the whole of a state of separation that is distant. We're gonna be ostracized, man. Those that refuse to take this thing, you're gonna be ostracized. You're gonna be xed out of society, okay? And then ultimately, you're gonna be what? You're gonna be this form of killed after that.
Strong's G 615. Apartino.
Afatino.
Apartino.
Apartino, right? Which goes into to be killed literally. Okay? Hence Revelations 20 and 4. You see? That's the reality, man. But guess what? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, those of the elect, they're gonna have a resilient spirit on them. All right? They're gonna be their destiny is to go that route to get the victory. You see? But anyways, going back to Revelations 13, real quick, and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And that he again is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man in the form of the international banking families, man. Right? He's that he, right? Calls it all both small and great, right? Old and young, right? Rich and poor, right? Free and bond, everybody to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. All right? The charagma. When you go into this word mark, it goes into what? Charagma, which goes into an imprinted mark, right? It's going to be subdermal. It's going to be under the skin. You see, this thing's tapping into biometrics, all that, man. Okay, and the reality is this, man. The majority of these people in Babylon the Great are going to get this thing. All right, the Lord's going to be dealing with His elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. They're not going to get it. They're going to refuse to get it. All right, and when you read this in its context, it's obviously having to do something with the monetary system. All right, Esau's going to make an economical stance. Excuse me, an economical stance via technologically. Okay, which he's gonna tap into a technocracy. This is the way he's doing. The whole infrastructure is already ready. You see, Esau. This is where he has to take. He has to take it. Then he has no other option. His back is against the wall, man. Right? And for all you individuals out there, you self-proclaimed leaders of Israel that are telling your congregation that it's anything but, all right, this digital device, the size of a grain of rice, okay, you are going to have everybody within your congregation's blood on your hand. You see? At the end of the day, look, plain right here, ready? Verse 17, Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark. This doesn't even take any breaking down. Ultimately, you have to know what the mark is. Ultimately, the Lord's got to give you the vision, know what is that mark talking to. You see, it's common sense that it's obviously talking to a monetary system. That explains itself. But what is that mark? What's it look like? What's it consist of? That device the size of a grain of rice, the RFID, microchip. That's what it is. Okay? And you're gonna find, hey, those of you are you doubters out there, you scorners, you scoffers, okay? You people out there that got nothing else better to do, but to manifest on live streams and comment boards and spew your disbelief, right? And your philosophies of the world and what you think we should be doing or how we should be teaching. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out when you fall victim to prophecy, man. Look, let's continue on. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, man. Okay, and the name and the number go hand in hand. Okay, ultimately the name, all right, the name of the beast, and the number evolves around the 666. All right? It's hard for me to say it, but chi, sky, sigma, stigma is, I believe, is how you say it. Okay? Which we can go get it, right? But needless to say, the name and the number go hand in hand. Okay? The name of this demon is 666, man. Okay? The number, right? Again, that UPC code is gonna be on this chip. Okay, the universal product code. Right, right? Look, here is wisdom. Actually, let's go get that. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, but it is the number of a man, right? And his number is 603 score and six. See that? Now, real quick, when you go get that for edification, let's go get it because I know I ain't say that right. It's a tongue twister for me. Let me see. Boom. Let's play this real quick. Let Esau say it.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi,
There you go.
stigma. Chi, Xi, stigma.
There you go. High, psi, stigma. There it goes. And what's this going to? Let's read. All right. When you go into this word stigma, right? It goes into this under the biblical usage. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. All right. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. They were doing this in the form of the Greeks and in the form of the Romans, man. Okay, why do you think these Greek fraternities real time? Okay, you see these cats that got those signs on them where they've been embroidered, and it's all bubbled. The skin's all bubbled. Yeah, man, that goes back to the Greeks. You see, and the Romans did it as well. All right, and all this MOTB is it's the digital version of that. And what you're doing is you're pledging allegiance to evil E. Okay, you're taking a stance, a bold stance against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and saying the self-proclaimed white man and his system is what my foundation is. You see, is what you're doing if you decide to get this thing. And this is the stern warning you're being told by the men of the Lord, man, from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, man, to the like-minded men. Okay, this is the reality. You okay? Don't say you didn't get warned. Let's get a little bit more of this. Right? And there were even some devotees who stamped in this way with the token of their gods, right? Because ultimately this mark, all right, this charagma goes back to an idolatrous image. Okay? You're committing idolatry, which is punishable by death. That's a capital offense in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And this is a act of treason, man, that you jig are gonna commit when you go wiggle your ass down to your nearby clinic or wherever they issue these things out and go get one. But you're left to your own condemnation. This is your destiny for you to go get it if you do. You see? But for those of the elect, let's go ahead. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. Lord willing. Let me leave you with this real quick. This is the book of this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10, and it reads, red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, man. How do you keep the word of the Lord's patience? You strive for the truth until death, man. Point blank. Okay? You stand firm on what you believe in, man. You don't look back like Lot's wife. Okay? You go hard in the paint, all right, until you can't no more. All right? And that comes with understanding Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's will, man. You see? Hey, Shalom, beloved Aki. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatah. Shalom, Akiyam. You beloved Akiyam and Akwa from the comment board. Shalom. Yeah, man. I was the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I was able to get this in real quick. I got cut off earlier for those of you that are aware of it. Let's continue on. Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right? Which is what? When this chip gets mandated, man. That's the hour of temptation. Okay? And when it comes, don't say you weren't warned. You see? Don't say you didn't get warned that this was gonna happen. Right? Which shall come upon all the world. There's no flee back to Africa doctrine. There's no seeking safety on an island somewhere. You are going to have to fulfill your role in this hour of temptation. Point blank, period. Ain't no way around it. You got these Babylonians leaving Babylon. There's a there's a mass exodus, okay, of these Edomites leaving because they got the money to. You see, but they think they're gonna be able to. They think they're gonna be able to save themselves. You see, by leaving Babylon, not gonna happen. Bear with me, Akiyam and Aqua. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, I'm actually going live right now. Yeah, let me call you back. Everything's good. I'll call you back. All right, shalom. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Shabakata. Shalom, shalom. Salaki Akiyam and Aqua. My son, I had to get that. Okay, but let's read this from the top. Revelations 3 and 10. It reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, man. Okay, this hour of temptation is going to come upon all the world. There's no fleeing this thing. You see? And this is why the elect, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. The elect is going to walk through the fire praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Whichever way, this thing has to go. You see? Look, to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. Okay? And again, only the elect are gonna fulfill the mission. Granted, you're gonna have, certain heathen that don't get it, and they're gonna stand hard for JC, but they're just playing their role, you know, and part of the victims in prophecy. Ultimately, the Lord's not gonna be dealing with them. All right, the Lord's not gonna be ministering unto them. Okay, via angels, man. No, man. So they're gonna be left to their own devices at the end of the day. You see? But the Lord's going to be dealing with his elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, man. That's the reality of this thing, man. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for this truth, man. And we stand in a very privileged position because we understand, we know, and we believe in what's written, man, in these scriptures, man. All right. Ultimately, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, as it tells us in Isaiah 33 and 6, right? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. The wisdom and knowledge of these prophecies, man. You see? Us having the oil, man. Us fearing the Lord, us fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See, that's what these other people don't have. These Jakes that claim they believe in the scriptures, they claim they believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they don't have a healthy fear. And you can see this by their fruit, by how they move. They don't have a healthy fear for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. This is why they're not being opened up to the secrets, which ultimately puts them in the position of a victim. You see? Because they're not going to do what's pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and that is to avoid the judgment that's written, man. Because they're not meant to. They're meant to fulfill that lot. You see? But hey, Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai got us. Abaratazah, he continues to deal with us, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. The water. And Lord willing, we're able to, finish strong, man. All right? We want to go into this thing with momentum. We want to go into this next phase of prophecy with momentum, man. This is why we need to be fasting as well as praying. All right, from the beloved elder Apostle Rakah. And I'm quoting what he said. Hey, we got to keep our medicine strong, right? Fast as well as pray, man. Hey, Psalms 51, man, because we in that time, where it's gonna take divine intervention to escape. I'm gonna leave you with that, beloved Akiyam and Akwaf. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were spiritually fed. Hey, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahshai for allowing me to get this in. Didn't think it would be possible until later, but I was able to, sneak out of the plantation and do it now through the spirit. But needless to say, hey, Lord willing, you were edified, beloved Akiyam and Akwaf. I'm gonna leave you with that. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Again, hey, Lord willing, you beloved Akiyam and Akwath were edified. Lord willing. Let me just go ahead real quick, just in case his brother with the wrench. Okay. That's all good. Hey, everybody that's supposed to have a wrench has a wrench. I just want to make sure, beloved brothers pop in. Hey, you got it. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwath, Shalom.